Have you ever wondered why, in a world full of conveniences, with smartphones connecting countless homes, lavish banquets, and luxurious travels, people's hearts still feel empty and restless? When we open our eyes, we chase after fame and fortune. When we go on social media, we compare our lives with others. When even a small conflict arises, we explode with anger as if oil has been poured on fire. We have money but are still greedy. We have status but are still angry. We have degrees but are still deluded. The Buddha, the king of physicians of humanity, pointed out the root disease of sentient beings more than 2.500 years ago. In the Ādittapariyāya Sutta, setting in motion the wheel of Dharma, he taught that the nature of life is suffering, dukkha, but this suffering does not arise by itself. Its source is greed, anger, and delusion, the three poisons, three toxins that day and night destroy our inner peace. Today, we will together dissect these three poisons under the light of the Pali Canon, combined with real-life observations of modern society, to find the path to liberation right in this very moment. Before going into detail, let us listen to the profoundly deep teaching of the Buddha in the Fire Sermon, Ādittapariyāya Sutta, Samyutta Nikaya, SN 35.28. Once, the Buddha was staying at Gaya with 1,000 Brahmin ascetics. He taught, "Monks, all is burning. And what is burning? The eye is burning, forms are burning, eye consciousness is burning, the ear is burning, the nose is burning, the body is burning, the mind is burning. Burning with what? Burning with the fire of greed, the fire of anger, the fire of delusion. I say that this burning is caused by birth, aging, sickness, death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair. Indeed, whenever a thought of greed, anger, or delusion arises in our mind, at that very moment, we are being burned. In today's consumerist society, we think that buying a luxury bag, climbing to a high position, or getting a like on a photo will bring us joy. But the Fire Sermon teaches that the very act of craving, greed, is itself a flame that burns away our inner peace the moment it arises. Look at the modern fear of missing out, FOMO, syndrome. We stay up late scrolling through TikTok, see others traveling, eating delicious food, and immediately feel restless. That restlessness does not come from external objects, but from the fire of greed burning in our hearts, wanting to be like them, wanting to have those things. In the Abhidharma, higher teaching, greed, lova, is an unwholesome mental factor with the characteristic of grasping and clinging to objects, like oil soaking into paper or a monkey clinging to a branch. It includes all levels, from light desire and liking, to selfishness and extreme greed. The Buddha taught that there are 5 sensual pleasures, ingu juk, by which people are often bound: wealth, money and possessions; sensual beauty, attractive forms; fame, reputation and status; food and drink; and sleep and rest. We mistakenly believe that happiness comes from satisfying these 5 desires, but the nature of greed is never feeling enough. It is like drinking salt water to quench thirst. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. The Dhammapada, chapter of the thousands, verses 186 to 187, teaches, not by a shower of gold coins can sensual pleasures be satisfied. Sensual pleasures are of little sweetness, but bring much suffering. Knowing this, the wise one does not delight in them. Even the pleasures of the heavenly realms do not stir the mind of the wise. In modern life, greed is skillfully stimulated by corporations through advertising and consumer credit. Banks invite us to borrow money to buy houses, cars, or travel on installments. This is not inherently bad, but without mindfulness, we easily fall into the trap of greed. Lay Buddhists need to contemplate, is this a real need or just a desire? Greed gives rise to fear. Those greedy for wealth fear theft and loss. Those greedy for fame fear losing position and being criticized. This fear itself becomes bondage. The Buddha clearly pointed out the remedy for the disease of greed in the Anguttara Nikaya, and 3.68. Monks, for things connected with greed, the mind is liberated by contemplating impurity. Contemplation of impurity, asubha bhavana. This practice is not to view life pessimistically, but to see clearly the true nature of the body and material things. Breaking the illusion of permanent beauty. When we see that the body is composed of the 4 elements and filled with impurities, we stop clinging to physical attractiveness. When we see that wealth is impermanent and can be divided by the 5 family thieves, fire, flood, thieves, corrupt officials, and unworthy heirs, greed naturally fades. Practicing generosity, dana. This is the most direct way to practice non-greed. Whenever greed arises, do the opposite. Give. Not only give money, but give time, give a smile, give help, at work, Instead of claiming all the credit, share it on social media. Instead of greedily seeking likes and shares for yourself, sincerely praise others. If greed is a basin of dirty water, then anger, dosa, is a burning ember. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha warns about the destructive power of anger. Dhammapada, verse 251. There is no fire like passion, greed. No grip like hatred, anger. No net like delusion. No river like craving. Anger has the power to burn down the entire forest of merit. Even if you have practiced for a long time, given alms, and kept precepts, just 1 minute of intense anger can destroy relationships and create heavy negative karma. When angry, the body releases cortisol and adrenaline, heart rate increases, and blood rushes to the brain. From the Buddhist perspective, the mechanism is contact, phassa, right pointing arrow feeling, vedana, right pointing arrow craving, tanha. When we experience an unpleasant feeling, suffering, from someone's words or actions, the mind reacts with anger. Especially in the age of social media, anger arises very quickly through trolling and negative comments. We are ready to hurl harsh words at complete strangers simply because of a post with a different viewpoint. The Buddha taught in the Ādittapariyāya Nikaya, and 3.68. Monks, for things connected with anger, the mind is liberated by loving kindness. Loving kindness, metta, means unconditional goodwill, wishing all beings to be happy. To counteract anger, we practice 1. Mirror-like contemplation. When you become angry, the other person is merely a loudspeaker. Take a breath and say, that person is suffering, controlled by delusion. I do not need to bring the fire of anger into my own heart. 2. Immediate forgiveness. In the Kakakupama Sutta, middle-length discourses 21, the simile of the saw, the Buddha taught, monks, even if bandits and cruel people were to saw off your limbs, if anyone harbors anger toward them, that person is not my disciple. In modern reality, when stuck in traffic, instead of honking loudly and cursing, breathe deeply and make the aspiration, may all road users be safe and peaceful. When your boss scolds you unfairly, instead of resentment, think, they are under pressure, I should be understanding. Such actions prevent the fire of anger from burning your health and good relationships. Delusion, moha, is ignorance, not seeing the truth. Not seeing the Four Noble Truths and dependent origination. If greed and anger are storms on the surface of the lake, delusion is the layer of mud at the bottom, the hidden force that causes the storms. Delusion means not clearly understanding the nature of impermanence, suffering, and non-self of all phenomena. Today, people build their self, atta, through social media. They post edited photos with filters, show off a perfect life, and create a virtual personality to gain praise. This is a manifestation of delusion. We forget that the body ages, beauty fades, and those likes are just impermanent data. Dhammapada, verse 60. Long is the night for one who is awake. Long is the road for one who is weary. Long is the cycle of rebirth for the fool, who does not know the true Dharma. A deluded person does not realize they are being deceived by the senses. They think, this body is me, this is mine, this is myself. This wrong view leads to greed, wanting to keep it, and anger, wanting to destroy what threatens it. The Buddha taught in the Ādittapariyāya Nikaya, and 3.68. Monks, for things connected with delusion, the mind is liberated by wisdom. Contemplation of impermanence, anicca, everything changes. The flower that blooms today will wither tomorrow. All pleasures eventually end. All loved ones will one day part. Seeing this clearly, we no longer cling delusionally to the illusory world. Contemplation of non-self, anatta, there is no permanent soul dwelling in this body. I is merely the combination of the 5 aggregates, form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. Understanding this, when someone criticizes you, you know they are criticizing a name or an appearance, not your true self, because there is no fixed self. This liberates us from countless mental wounds. How can we apply these teachings in a busy daily life? Remember that the Buddha did not teach us to live intense asceticism, he taught the way to end suffering. We practice morality, concentration, wisdom right within 24 hours. Morning. Upon waking, do not grab your phone immediately. Sit up and take 3 mindful breaths. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. Contemplate, today, everything is impermanent. I will not chase after sensual desires. I will live mindfully. On the bus, train, or in the car, countering anger. When someone cuts in line or traffic is jammed, smile. Remember the teaching of the saw. If possible, recite metta for the person causing difficulty. This is the most noble practice. At the workplace, countering greed. With colleagues, do not be greedy for credit. Do not envy others when they are promoted. Your karma is created by you. Comparison only brings suffering. During lunch break, eat mindfully. Be grateful for every bite. Do not be greedy for fullness or deliciousness, which can create the karma of killing. Evening, social media, countering delusion. Look at your phone. Is it a tool or your master? Before posting anything, check. 1. Is this driven by greed for fame, wanting many likes and compliments? 2. Is this driven by anger, attacking someone, cursing politics, arguing? 3. Is this driven by delusion, showing off possessions, body, creating illusions about yourself? If any of the 3 is present, it is unwholesome. Put the phone down and go meditate. Dedicate 15 to 30 minutes every evening to sit quietly. When greed arises, remembering a desired item or attractive person, note, greed, and return to the breath. When anger arises, recalling harsh words or upsetting events, note, anger, smile at it, neither suppress nor feed it. It will dissolve by itself. When delusion arises, drowsiness or dullness, open your eyes and look at the light. Dear friends, the Buddha is not a punishing deity. He is a guiding teacher. He clearly showed that greed, anger, and delusion are what drag us into hell right in this life, mental hell, and in future lives. But the good news is that the 3 poisons can be transformed into the 3 wholesome roots. Non-greed becomes generosity and altruism. Non-anger becomes loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. Non-delusion becomes wisdom and mindfulness. Every time you light a stick of incense in your heart, light it with the aspiration to extinguish the fires of greed, anger, and delusion within yourself. Remember the Buddha's teaching in the Dhammapada, verse 183. Not to do any evil. To cultivate what is good. To purify one's mind. This is the teaching of the Buddhas. Let us begin with small things. Today, I will not be greedy for anything belonging to others. Today, I will not get angry with anyone. Today, I will live mindfully, knowing what I am doing. If we can do this, the Pure Land is not far away. It is right in a peaceful mind, a harmonious family, and a peaceful society. May you diligently practice, transform the 3 poisons, and attain liberation. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddha.